Dreyer's excavations reveal that Egypt's first pharaohs wielded enormous power, enough to command the ritual slaughter of dozens of people. And the lion sacrifices provide the first clue to the meaning of the Sphinx's form. Lions symbolize the power of the pharaoh. But the Sphinx is more than just a lion. It's also part human. Ancient Egyptians depict their gods as part animal, part human. But usually those gods have animal heads and human bodies. The Sphinx is just the opposite.
When you put the human head on the lion body, you have all the strength and power of the lion. And you have the human head, which is a symbol of intelligence and control. And so it is an image of power under control.
But whose power and control?
The human head is actually wearing a scarf called the nemes. It's a headdress. And only the pharaohs wore the nemes headdress.
So the Sphinx is both a god and a pharaoh. And when it came to symbolizing the power of the pharaoh, the bigger, the better. Over the next 500 years, the pharaoh's tombs got more and more massive. From underground burial chambers to above-ground tombs, and from stepped pyramids to the Great Pyramids of Giza. But while the form and size of royal tombs evolved slowly, the Great Sphinx has no precedent.
It was the first time in the history of Egypt that they created sculpture at this scale.
So how was the Sphinx created? Looking at its paws, it appears to be built with thousands of blocks. Was it constructed like the pyramids, by stacking blocks of stone? But a closer look reveals that its upper body and head are carved out of one huge rock. Does that mean it was carved like Mount Rushmore? Clues lie in the stone of the Sphinx and the rock around it. Amazingly, nobody had ever investigated its stones in any detail. Until Mark Lehner, 30 years ago. Today, he's one of the world's leading Egyptologists.
When I first came to Egypt, the best maps that existed of the Sphinx were simply the outline.
If you're investigating how the Sphinx was built, the existing drawings were about as useful as if you were trying to build a 50-story skyscraper